Okay, finally. I had to fix issues. I do not have a typical setup. Do not have a typical setup at all. I didn't know that shit was fucked when I first started. I had to fix it. There are a lot of reasons that people are saying that everything's going on. Not all of them are even really close to true. The big issue, and I am shouldering that shit. A lot of people, I don't know, they've heard what's been said, and there is truth to it. There is truth to it. There's a problem with it though. One of the big things is like saying that I blame the promoter, and I'm saying he shoulders. That's not it. I wouldn't do that. I apologize wholeheartedly for fucking up that paperwork. I know that there are people who are going to say, "Oh, well, there's no way that he wants." I get it. I get that. If people say that, hey, this guy's saying something, even then, when they're saying they can't hear me, god damn. I apologize, guys. I'm not good at this. I don't do these. Is it better now? Is it worse now? Is it better or worse? Did it work? Okay, they're saying better. Okay. I'll go back over it. There are a lot of people who are saying a lot of things. That's fine. People are going to have their interpretation of the events. It is shit. It is shit, and the situation sucks. I shoulder a lot of it. God, I would say I shoulder most of it. The thing that was said earlier in the week, someone was mentioning, well, what percentage does this have to do with it? No, it's not what percentage, do I want to throw onto the fucking promoter? I wouldn't do that. People were saying he had said something different to him. That's cool. I have to figure that out. I'm sitting there trying to figure it out. I refuse it. I'm not gonna fucking bury a promoter. It's not gonna happen. Promoters have a job to do. They have shit to do. And people are gonna say, "Oh, this is a way to get out of the fight." You wanted to get out of the fight. People want to believe that. I don't know how to convince them of different. But this was an error on paperwork. It was an error on paperwork, and I'm so sorry I did that. Sorry as hell that I did that. That shit sucks. I fucked up paperwork. It's miserable. It's miserable. There are people who wanted to go and see it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to every one of them. I wanted to do the event. People don't have to admit it. They don't have to believe it. Yeah, I did want to. It is what it is. I am the one who I did what made it to where this does not happen. I'm the one who made it happen. Because we get to that, and at the end of the fucking thing, there's a complication. It's on me. There's no time to get it fixed. It's fucking brutal. Fucking brutal. It's just miserable. Just miserable. Either way, there's narratives. People want to say that I did all this shit to get out of the fight. Not true. Not real. Just sucks. I apologize to everybody involved, because this is something that I really fucking wanted. I know a lot of people really fucking wanted it, and it's hard. There's no way you would want to do it. There's no way you would want it. I get that now. I get why people would want it. They'd say that now, and that's fine. That's fine. That people can have that view. Just shit. It's just shit. I fucking hate it. Hold on. Viable Ninja, don't donate. Okay, but I hear your point. Things do fuck up. Things do fall through sometimes. The problem with this one is that there was already so many things going on. There are already so many things going on that it's, once you hit that, it's a new wall. Not going to be able to get past that. Had I not done that then, maybe it could have worked. Maybe whatever could have ended up working. Now someone's asking why didn't we get a lot? We did. Like we were going through the apology part of it earlier, but I want to make sure that we're doing all this clear. we did go through all the things to get licensed. We went all the way through we were doing all of the things to get licensed. That wasn't the issue. The issue is on my paperwork. Someone said that everybody was going at failure about him getting in trouble for something. That's not fair, and that's not something that would have happened. Failure would not have got in trouble with that. Failure would, I'm not sure if, like we get up there and it's, okay, well, this didn't happen, or if we get up there and it's like, yeah, it's all done through the pay. I'm not sure. But if it didn't happen, Failure would have had a seat in the crowd, and he wouldn't have had to come out with me or whatever. And I had said before that I was fine with walking out alone. It's miserable. But people went at Failure and said that he had done stuff that he would get in trouble for, and Failure would have he wouldn't have gotten in trouble for that. Nah, that wasn't something he would have gotten anything for. Just miserable. It's a miserable situation, but I wanted to, I don't know. Just miserable. You let it do. When I say let it do, I say Failure. People can make calls. Failure says that I lied about a bunch of. Okay, I'm not. I won't. And he said that me talking about stuff is one of the things that got him in trouble. That's me talking about it is one of the things that made it to where his money was taken. That's so I don't want to go into anything on Failure. I will say, me and him have a big disagreement on this, but he's allowed to disagree. It's miserable. It's just miserable. I don't know. It's hard. It's hard to explain because a lot of people, they haven't been around for when we're doing all this stuff behind the scenes, and I would get to where I did get to a part where I wasn't gonna talk to anybody. Didn't want to talk to people, because they end up saying the shit. Hey, you're a scam artist. Why are you talking to him? Why are you talking to him? You're a scam artist. If you're talking to him, you're trying to pull something. It's bullshit. Oh, it's bullshit. It's frustrating as shit. Miserable. Just miserable. The whole situation, the only way to describe it, really, miserable. I shoulder the main thing that ends up with what ends up ending everything. It's on me. Was there other stuff going on through all this stuff? Yeah. But it wouldn't have fucking happened if not for this one thing. It's this one thing. And I did it. And that sucks. I'd say it's a huge error because of the timing, because of the way that everything has to be done. The way this all falls, huge error. Massive fuck up. That was mine. I had done what I was trying to do to keep a lot of people away, to try to keep people kind of in a clear on a lot of stuff. It's miserable. You see people they get in all kinds of shit. It's like, oh, I'm looking at this, I'm watching this, so they get a bunch of shit. Okay. That's not something that's good. Not something that's good at all. Shit. No, hold on. Caligula says he had been in the Discord where I had questioned if the bomb shop, or if all the bomb stuff was legit. I did. I did not take it at face value. And you complained about the sabotage. Give me a break. I did not complain about a sabotage clause. When he brought up a sabotage clause, I was down for it. Whenever all this stuff starts coming down about the sabotage clause, I wanted to get it signed. Again, there were a couple of things happening all at the same time. Miserable. Just miserable. That's the only thing I can think to describe it. That it's miserable. I don't know. I've hated this. It just as much as it's gone. And hold on. Ryan Von Doom said Mike Pierce said to just reschedule. Would be fine with a rescheduling. But this isn't about a rescheduling. There are people who, there was a fucking thing where they're saying that I was throwing everything at fucking the promoter, and that wasn't what was happening. I was on the air, and I was told that there was a fucking different story going to Andy. When I get told that, I didn't know what the fuck was happening. I didn't know what the fuck to say. And people kept saying everything. Well, what about this? What about this? What about this? I wasn't going to throw him under the bus. I said, I don't know what the fuck it is. Don't know what the fucking deal is. It sucks. People can believe that I wanted to tank the fight. They can believe that. People are going to take their thing to believe it. I don't know. Someone asks, do I plan to redo it? I'd love to. But it's not about a matter of we'll redo it or any of that shit. It won't end up working. It's They don't want it. They've already got the thing. It's miserable. That's the only real way I know. I can't think of another adjective every time I try to say it. It's just miserable. The whole situation's miserable. And I don't want to go. I can. There are elements that I'm mad at, but it's not about that. I want to make sure that an apology is out. I want to make sure an apology is given, because I did do something that made any of this harder on the promoter to get done. Any of it. I don't know what anybody would want me to say on like other topics. That can be got to eventually, but this is just. I apologize. About any part of anything that got done. It's a miserable situation. I hate it. It sucks. I'd go do it. I told the guy I would bring stuff up at the time, hand it to him physically. Didn't matter. Eric Foam says I'm trying to spin it as everyone else's fault, but mine. I am not. You know what I'm saying? What made this happen was my fault. There was a lot of things going on at the time. There was a lot of things going on at the time. But what is the thing that breaks this off and stops this from happening? It is a paperwork error that I made that leads to a technicality where it can't take place. And that's on me. That is the thing that makes it an issue. I fucking hate it. I fucking hate it, and it created a miserable situation. I'm gonna try to read a few more real questions and stuff. But yeah. A lot of people, he wanted to get out. I know there are people who love that. They love that idea. It's not the reality. There's no way you can say anything. It's fucking miserable. Let's see if I can find it. Baron Cap said a man handles his business as would have had it if you handle your business at a time. When everything goes, when everything was being done, there were, it was too close to the date. It was just too close to the date. That's the best way to put it. It was too close to the date to get anything to fix. Like the business was handled, but it was done too close to the date, and it was just. I'm mad at the. I've been furious at the situation. That's not important. I wanted to apologize to people. Oh, dude. Joaquin continues to lie. I don't know. I'm not gonna address Joaquin now, but that dude. Don't even try. You can go ahead and say, yeah, sure, whatever you want to jump on and try to get your grand anything on. Don't care. People they're saying that you can't. Yes, we could reschedule. Not through the same promoter. He's washing his hands of it, and I don't fucking blame him. They're like, there's been way too much shit going on with all this. I wouldn't bother with it either. Someone says that it is a fake apology. No, it's not a fake apology. It's not a fake apology. I said a few times that this is on me. That I was clear of. There was a lot of shit going on. And people are going to say what they want. They're going to say whatever they want, man. I just don't know. I understand that it's hard to even why the timing, why the this. I understand and I apologize. I apologize. If it's something where people, if it's, this is the thing where it's, hey, he did this and he did this. All right. I can't dispute it at this point because of the way that people have, a narrative is already out and people have their minds made up. It is what it is. When it shakes out, and there wasn't any time, and I did something when there wasn't time. The man needed things to be done much earlier. I was under the impression that this would not be something that impacted it, and that was wrong on me. It's miserable. Just miserable. It's not a fake apology. I'd do anything to get the fight to happen again. I'm not going to get out of doing any of this. That's not the plan. I don't know. It's just miserable. I don't know a better adjective to use to describe what happened, what the situation, the way everything played out. I don't have a better way to describe it. It's a miserable situation. There are people, this would never happen. Well, fucking fights fall through, get rescheduled. That kind of stuff happens all the time in the fight. This is a special situation. I don't know another way to describe it other than a very special situation. And two people who weren't, active in the fight game doing a fight, going to, selling all these tapes, doing all this. It was a special situation, a lot of different circumstances. So he was probably willing to give a lot of allotments that he wasn't willing to give other people in other situations. So, like, things getting bombarded at him, things being said, this is all crazy shit because it's the fucking internet. It rolls off. It's fucking miserable. And you get down to it, and this is how it ends up happening. It's fucked. It's miserable. Just miserable. Hold on. Church of Failure says, why did I lie about my MMA experience to AP and failure? I've clarified this a bunch of times. The 3 fights I did would be what they call dark fights. I believe in, like, fighting, because it's not the same classifications as shit. It's not the same. It's a place where they fucking, if it's an illegal state and people go and they do a damn event that's supposed to be illegal, not a big thing. You're only going to go to jail. Shit, everybody's scrambled. Like, people talk about those events all the time. Didn't say that they were big. Just like people tried to make a big thing about the wrestling thing. Like, oh, he was in WWE. I never said I was in WWE. But this is a problem when you're talking to a lot of people who aren't into it. It's miserable. Miserable shit. We're talking about the, hold on, Scratch Point asked a question about putting out all the stuff for the, that stuff, that's all, there's bits that are under NDA. There are bits that are saying all kinds of other stuff. Where, there's bits that can't be talked about from contracts, shit like that. But again, I'm telling you, I am shouldering that this is the thing that fucked up. My paperwork being fucked. My mistake. What I did is what fucked it up. It's just miserable. I keep using the same word, but it's miserable. It's the word I got. It's the description. It sucks. I don't know. I shoulder the blame. I will shoulder the blame for the what made the fights not take place. What finally made the fight fall through. I'll shoulder the blame for that. I've got no other way to explain it. Got no other way to explain it. It was a fuck up. God, it was a fuck up, and it is my fault, and it sucks. People will be able to believe that I didn't want to fight him. I won't argue with it. If you think that I didn't want to fight him, go ahead. That's something you can believe if you want to. Miserable things, miserable situation. Miserable. Just miserable. I fucked up on paperwork. I did that. That led to the fight being canceled. I am so fucking sorry. Just so fucking sorry. I don't even know. Just fucking nuts. You don't have to believe it. I wanted to fight. You don't have to. It wasn't an intentional, as like Shinji said that I tried to throw an intentional curveball. It wasn't an intentional curveball. It was not an intentional curveball. It was something that I had all the paperwork for. I thought it would be alright. It was a mistake. It's fucking brutal. Just fucking brutal. I don't know. I don't know if I can even tell you. Like, I wanted this, and people are, oh no, you did. You wanted to get out. That's why you did this. You wanted to get out. That's why you did. No. That's not the situation. I did fuck up though. It's fucking brutal, but I fucked up. That day I was still trying to make it happen. Up in the next day, still trying to make it happen. I tried to get it. There was another. Some people said that I was only trying to talk to like one promoter that I knew. There was like fucking 3 or 4 promoters trying to get this going. 2 that had tangible like offers that worked, but I think they fixated on that one because it would be more fun. That's fine. It's fine. Hold on. Perturbs, he says, explain why I signed a contract, why you've claimed to be an official MMA fighter, why you scrubbed the entire... I didn't scrub the entire Discord. I'm not in charge of my Discord. You can look at the Discord and it'll tell you who's in charge of everything. I don't have, like the Discord that I use when I do the call-in show and all that shit. It's not even, like, I don't run that. I couldn't set up a Discord channel if I wanted to. And being an official MMA fighter, I've said it before. It's not it. It is not... It was in a state where it was fucking illegal. That is the opposite. It's the opposite of official. That's the only way I've said it's the opposite of official. I've said that before. Again, that's something people, they'll jump on. They'll pretend that's the case. That's not the case. Someone said, why no hotel booked? I was told by the promoter. And again, this is something they're probably not going, they wouldn't say this even if he said this was the case. I was talking to him and said, okay, well, about how close are some of the better hotels? He said he had already got our hotels. Told him I appreciated the hell out of it. He said that he paid all the hotels. He talks to like the hotels and everything, and he pays all that shit. It's miserable. So, someone said that is not true. I don't think even if he thinks that I had fucking blamed him for everything like he had been told, I think even he will tell you, yes, he pays for the fucking hotel and shit for the again, these are things that gets easy to fucking lie about this, but that's not a lie. He had booked for this shit. And tried to get everybody their travel, their fucking... I think he was, like, paying people, like, a percentage of their gas if they drove up from a reasonable spot. Like, that, the guy, the promoter, I say promoter, matchmaker, whoever was in charge of that bit, he was doing that. He was getting all of that stuff settled up. Again, there's... The fuck up is on me. But it's a fuck up in paperwork. It wasn't anything to do with hotels. It wasn't any of that shit. It was none of that. It was a fuck up on paperwork, and that is on me. I don't know. But again, I don't know if this is... the question was that in the faith of this person did this. Don't even know if that's the case. Don't even know if that's the fucking case. That is the situation. I fucked up on paperwork, and that is what led to the fight not happening. That is what led to it falling through. That's what led to the whole thing falling through. Happened right there at the fucking right at the fucking line. There's other shit that was going on, but the reason that the everything falls through, my error, my fuck up. Simple as that. It isn't on the promoter. He has a job. He has to take care of a million other things. He just needs to let, all this other stuff fucking get done so that he can get his job done. I don't know. Whenever we would have, the answer, I saw Sudaquin ask something. They said, what hotel were you going to? I'm going to call him whenever we got into town and ask which hotel we were going to. It was a hotel. That's what I'm saying. It's a hotel. It's like, okay, I'm in town. Which hotel are we going to? It's, Knoxville isn't like New York City or anything. But that was what we were going to do. Again, like the thing about like a hotel, that's such a dumb point. And even if you have the idea that, you blame you blame, and he hates you, okay. Even then, he will probably tell you he was doing hotels for people. That's not... How would that make him look bad? He was getting hotels for the fucking fighters. He was doing, like, travel and shit for most fighters and shit. I think there were some that were local he didn't have to do anything for. I don't know. But again, people are going to cling to anything that they can find out. This is the reason, this is the reason, this is the reason. No, the reason is I fucked up paperwork. Tim of the Hunt says I didn't plan a trip. False. A trip was planned. I just didn't do the hotel. The promoter told me he was getting a hotel. And when I say he's telling me he's getting this isn't like a crazy thing that the promoter gets a hotel. Again, this sounds like a crazy request, like he was doing something to help, he's going out of his way for me. It wasn't that. He said he was just doing the hotels for the fighters. Simple. I don't know. Well, people have said, you couldn't get cleared for anything, and that would be the reason. It was not that I couldn't get cleared. It was a paperwork issue. It wasn't an issue with any results on anything. Nothing like that. It was nothing like that. Tim just said, keep ignoring me. It was, I just answered a question that you had said. If it, again, that's weird. People get very, I don't know. I'm not getting mad at people because I get why people are fucking mad. I get why people are mad. No, here's one. Someone says I'm physically incapable of fighting and I was never going to show up. Well, that narrative will be disputed. That'll be pretty easy to... That one's pretty easy to do. That one be pretty easy to fucking dispute. It's miserable. It's a miserable situation. People want to hate things. People want to say things. That's fine. I don't care. I can't say people aren't allowed to say things. People get to have their own idea of shit. People get to have their own... if something pisses them off, they get to be pissed off about it. As simple as that. They don't need pissed at you. They can be pissed at you. So there's why is it a black screen? Why is it this? Why? Well, it's a black screen because the fucking setup's kind of not here. Setup's not here. I'm trying to set this up myself to make it work. This is not the usual setup or any of that shit. Miserably enough, like I can get fucking now. I don't know. I'm cleared to go do whatever, so I can go fucking do shit. There's that. That's it. I can go do something else and be like, okay, look, there, I went and did something else. Obviously, I was cleared. But this is what people want. People wanted to fight. Or they wanted to see the fight. People may not believe I wanted to fight. That's fine. That's fine. Someone said, how are you? Is this your last? No, it's not my last stream. I just have to get back to where I have, set up to do, like, all the fucking stream shit. I'm not leaving. It's a fucking... In any other realm of the world, people understand that fights fall through and get rescheduled. We have a fucking case where we are on this end of the internet where people don't get shit about how this goes. And everything is on a fucking razor thin line. A razor fucking thin line. I don't know. It's fucking shitty. It's a shitty situation. Miserable, shitty situation. I think that's, I don't know. I'll still like look for some things to say in a minute. For a few minutes in the chat because I'll let it go to a nice round number. Oh god, somebody said I was trying to pretend to be a civilized white. Jesus, I'm pretty sure that is the opposite of what I've ever tried to. Jesus Christ. People are still on the hotel thing. That's real? Like that's a real big part of it. Here's another thing. You can also get a hold if I would have talked to him and he said, okay, well the hotels fell through, I still could have called and got a hotel. That's something that can be done. You can get a fucking hotel. It's even if the situation goes, you get there and it's we don't have a hotel booked. You can fucking call another hotel. It's not Bethlehem. It's Knoxville. All right, and the people super chatting. Don't do that. Don't super chat. There's already a lot of people who are at a lot of money. Don't do that. This is in the show. This is just to get this out. Situation sucks. I don't know. There's a million ways that things are getting spun. Got that. That's fine. That's what people are allowed to do. The issue that makes everything fall through, that is on me. That is still on me. I mean, people can go to the hotel. Ignore all that shit. The issue that made it fall through. The issue that gets it down to the line and everything falls fucking through. That is on me. I fucked that up. People are trying to say that I was, I hate any of the people saying stuff. No, I don't hate any of the people who have, turned around and said, oh, well, he was trying to get out of the fight. He was trying to get out of the fight. I wasn't trying to get out of the fight. I was hearing things from people, and I was trying to get the fucking... If there were other offers for it, sure. If there was another way to do it, sure. If there was a way to reschedule it, sure. If I need to send more paper, sure. This is what it is. It was not enough, and it is because I made a huge fuck up, and it led for everything to happen here. I did it. It is on me. If you view it as an excuse when I say it is on me, and I am the one who did what fucked it up, I don't know what to tell you. If you see that as me trying to shift blame when I'm saying that I am the one who did what led to this shit fucking up, I don't know what to tell you. That's what happened. I apologize. I wish anything else happened. Oh, hold on. Sudakun asked another question. And Sudakun can have that. It sounded like I have a good question. Sudakun said, I'm not on the side here, and it didn't sound very apologetic on Nick's stream. Why the apology now? Well, it was still up until, I think, yesterday. And even if you're fucking on Andy's side of this shit, Andy has told you. They were still trying to do these extensions and this shit. They were talking about that. That was something that was part of their shit on their stream. Extensions and doing new shit. All the trying to... Somebody said something about fucking Monday, and I don't know what the fuck that led to. I don't know where that went or what the fuck happened, but yeah, that wasn't a thing. I don't know. It just sucks. Again, people can think what they would like to think about it and see it the way that they would like to see it. I'm not going to get mad at people because they see something and they think it's different. He wasn't getting a hotel, so he was afraid. No, motherfucker. That is not the case. But I'm not going to argue or hate anybody because of that. I'm good. It's miserable. It sucks.